Okay, these are our Facebook questions here, and we've got Jim here saying, my name's Jim, he's 46 years old, he's weighing in at 198, he's new to powerlifting and competing in his first meet on August 10th. It's the RFS New York State Championship, and his goal is to pull 640 or more. He's going to be using the 10-week program to prep for it, but he's got a question. On the 10-week deadlift program, there's some speed deads, touch and go, or pause reps. If he goes pause, how long should he pause?
Oh, that was the Ed Coan, Mark Filippi deadlift version.
Okay.
And just stop, go, stop, go. But you want to stay tight. You don't want to relax on the bottom. Okay. But no touch and goes. We want to get that explosive power off from stopping.
Okay. And then the pause length, is there?
Just enough to stop.
Okay. Excellent. All right. Leslie from Facebook says, hey Ed, I just turned 16. My deadlift is stuck at 420 raw. Nice. I was curious what your thoughts are on the Magnuson and Oatmeyer deadlift routine, and if you think it would help bring up my deadlift. Do you suggest any other deadlift routines or programs that could help me out?
Oh yeah, of course, mine. But there's been a lot of guys who have been successful at different programs. It's all the same and different. You know, the basic of most of the routines are the same. Just a couple little switches here and there.
Sure.
But Magnuson and Travis Ortmeyer, I mean, both really good deadlifters. So you don't, unfortunately, you don't know if something will work until you actually try it.
Right.
That's the thing. As long as you don't overshoot your numbers from the very beginning, as long as your technique and stuff is sound, then most of the stuff will work up to a degree. It's how far it will take you.
Sure.
Unfortunately, you don't know until you actually try it.
Okay. Good deal. Saletti from Facebook is asking, would Olympic lifts benefit powerlifters overall?
Sure, some of it. I mean, look, I used to do Olympic, style squats with a high bar closer stance in the off season. Okay. And as far as like high pulls or cleans and Romanian deadlifts and stuff, and the explosive power that Olympic weightlifters have is obviously better than a lot of powerlifters. So obviously we have to learn from them too.
Okay, good to know. Miles from Facebook says, how can I get past a plateau on the bench press? I started training triceps a few times a week. Any other things that he should try to get a bigger bench?
A few times is a little too much.
Okay.
I'd have to see, you could send in a video clip, as we suggest to a lot of people, and I'll go over it to see if there's a weakness in your technique, and see what's up there. Okay. But I'd have to see exactly what your routine is like already to be able to make a really good estimate on what's going on with you.
Okay, all right. Nuno is also from Facebook, and he says, when you competed, what kind of sets and reps would you do in competition to properly warm up but not get fatigued?
Oh, okay. This is like in the warm-up room before you take your first attempt out on the platform.
Yeah.
Just enough to be warmed up.
Okay.
Pretty much it. I would take a few of my beginning warm-ups just like in the gym, and then take a few more bigger jumps, and that was it. You want to save it. You have so much nervous energy. You don't have the time that you have in the gym at a meet because you're hooked on the clock.
Right.
You got to go when they say you got to go.
Right.
So pretty much is with all that nervous energy, and is just warm up earlier if you need the extra time. Start earlier than everyone else. You don't have to start when everyone else does. You're on your own clock there.
Okay. Good deal. Our last question from Facebook is Wayne Rogers. He says, hey Ed, I've been on starting strength for the second time now for about 5 weeks. He hit all of his former 5-rep maxes for 3 sets recently. He did starting strength for about 2 to 3 months last summer, and so this is his second go around, and he feels stronger. His question is, would you recommend the linear periodization programs that you have to someone at his strength level? And this is his level. He says he benches around 225, squats 245 for 3 sets of 5, and deadlifts 275 for 5, weighing in at 165 pounds, and he's 5'7". He needs to cut some weight because he's at 22% body fat and his blood pressure is getting kind of high. Starting strength would be too aggressive for this weight loss thing he's going on to cut, especially since he's already starting to stall.
We'll see. Probably why you're stalling with your weights is because as you're cutting, you're going to lose a little bit of weight, or a little bit of strength anyways. Okay. But it's how you cut too. You got to make sure you cut right. If you're too drastic, you're not getting enough nutrients. Well, you're going to lose a lot of strength really, really fast. It's usually not the routine. It's how you approach the routine. Mark, from Starting Strength, that's Mark Ripito. Smart guys, had a lot of success. If you've had success with the program before, there's a good chance you're going to have success again. It's just you're probably trying to base all your numbers on what you did before and not what you're going to do after you lose all the weight. You got to build back up again.
Okay. Good question. Well, that wraps it up for the questions for this week.
Thanks, guys.
Appreciate it. This is Jimmy from the website is asking about pre-workouts. What did you do like on squat days? And he's asking about any type of supplements or anything like that too.
Well, what kind of stimulants did I take? Just wondering.
Yeah.
I never did. I still don't. Just eat a little bit for breakfast, a lot of protein with just a tiny little bit of a carb that would work and not slow me down, no sugar, and I was good to go. At that time when I was competing, I wanted it so bad that there was nothing that could stand in my way.
There you go. All right, Alexander from Facebook says, I got a little question for you. If you were 20 years old again, now being 2013, would you do anything different than what you did back in the 80s starting out?
I would hope not, but there's a lot more information out there now and a lot more equipment and stuff. So it's really hard to say. I mean, if I was around the same people back then, or now that I was back then, obviously I'd do the same thing. But without the same people, I'd probably try some new things, and who knows? I might be stronger or I might be weaker. You don't know.
Right. Okay. Good perspective. All right. Patrick also from Facebook says, yeah, it's important to listen to what your body is telling you when you're choosing heavy lifting days, or more important, to stay on a set schedule. His question is, I'm trying to set some new personal best at all 3 lifts. So basically, what's the best set schedule that he can have?
As far as listening to his body on how heavy he should go.
Right.
If you think if you're really beat up, you could take it down with just a lighter version of the same workout you do, just to recover. But besides that, very rarely, you'll feel it coming on. When you feel it coming on, do it. Don't wait till you get hurt or till you're burnt out beforehand, because sometimes it could be based on your stress level, how much you're working, or how, if your sleep's bad, stuff like that. So you may have to once in a while. It's just a fact of life.
Okay. Glenn from Facebook says, what's your thoughts on squatting with plates under your heels, or what is the reason people like myself feel that they can squat deeper with more stability this way?
The reason everyone used to in the old days was put blocks under their heels and stuff was just to use more quads right around the knee. It elevates it, pushes your knees a little more forward. It's not very safe because it puts a lot more stress around the knee. It makes the knee go shoot out a lot more forward as far as out in front of your feet. Why he can go deeper would probably be because he doesn't have the hip flexibility. He bends his knees more, but he doesn't let the hips go by having his plate on, his feet on the plates.
Great. All right, well that wraps it up for this week's questions. You can log on to strengthening.com or catch us on Facebook and submit those questions again. See you next time.
Thanks, everyone.